hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome back to Moji, 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 ASMR, 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 ASMR. Hi to all my cuties, 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 cuties. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad that you're here. So today it's gonna be like a whisper ramble about my second work trip. I'm sure by now you would have seen my New York haul videos. If you haven't, go check it out. It's great. I show you what I got in New York. They're fun. There's a lot of fun items, and one of them actually is what I'm wearing right now. This New York shirt. It's so cute. I actually really love it, and I really vibe with it. So, yeah. And today, I figured that I would tell you what happened in New York, when I was there. When I was there. So I went for a work trip. setting up, talking to people. But yeah, anyways, so for them it would be flying on Wednesday, getting there Wednesday night, starting everything by Thursday, and then the conference ends on Saturday, and then we fly back on Sunday just because of the flights. But you know, that wouldn't leave me much time to actually explore New York, and I really didn't want to have gone to New York without going to New York. So I asked if I can leave a day earlier, and I'm really grateful because my boss said yes. So, but it's actually really, like, it was physically quite challenging because then I had to take a red-eye flight on Tuesday night. I got there Wednesday morning, but it was, like, I flew at 10:11 p.m. Got there actually at my time, like 3-4 a.m. But then with the time differences, it was 7 a.m. So good thing I got the whole day to explore to myself. But bad thing is that it was really tiring. It was really tiring. And I basically pulled an all-nighter because, like, you never sleep well on planes. Even though I tried really hard and I do take quite a few long-haul flights. But yeah, it's just the truth that you never sleep well on planes. So yeah, that was pretty hard. But I survived. There are babies, like multiple babies on the plane and a dog on the plane. So that made it extra hard, but I survived. Ran on probably like 3-4 hours of sleep, and then I landed at 7. But the good thing is my boss and everyone, all my colleagues, they don't land / they won't get to the hotel by like 6-7 p.m. So I pretty much got the whole day to myself. And it was really good, really good, because when I lived in Europe, I did a lot of solo traveling, and I really love getting to know the world through seeing the neighborhoods, and I really love just like walking the different neighborhoods, see what it's like, and have it, like, just let myself feel it and experience it. And that's just the way that I really like to travel. And I just like to travel and like to see kind of the differences between neighborhoods and how one neighborhood is different than the other, and how the people are like in certain neighborhoods, and how like all these vibrant places just form like the whole community. So yeah, that's always been a passion of mine, and this time to New York, obviously nothing different. And I was staying in like the Manhattan area, which is like right below Central Park. Our location is actually super good. So we stay like 3 blocks from Central Park. And so I landed at 7, and I went and dropped off my luggage to our hotel. Oh, and it was great because like they just let me check in at 8 a.m. in the morning, which was amazing, because then I didn't have to worry about anything, and then I kind of freshened up a bit, and then I headed out, and there's just a few spots that I wanted to check out, and this bagel place called Liberty Bagel was on my list, and then wanted to do like Highline, Chelsea Market, and all of them. But I just had like basically general directions and places that I want to go to, but I didn't have the fascinated